Salam, hello and welcome. Now this video is related to car headlights and I want to show you something that I've been talking about. Remember when I was talking about a protective layer on the headlights to keep them nice and shiny and protected from dust and sands and everything else? Now that's exactly what a protective layer is. So this one is fading away on my headlights. So I'm going to be dealing with this. I'm going to take out this protective layer and I'm going to be applying a new one on the headlights. Now, same thing applies here. It's exactly the same condition. This is not all, because the tail lights here also don't look great. I did a stupid mistake a few years ago, and I thought I will apply further protection on the tail lights, and I installed a clear film on them. Now the guy assured me that it can handle UV, it will live for a long time, and it did. In fact, it did. It survived more than 5 years. But now, as you can see, the tail light looks dull. It's thin and dark. So I'm going to have to remove this protective layer and then apply a better protection coat on the lights. Now, due to the fact that there is a film installed here, I will have to be using sanding paper on the tail lights. Now, as for the headlights, it's a different story. I can just do it with toothpaste. Okay, so step one will be washing the headlight with wet cloths, just to make sure that there is no residue, no dust, nothing there. Okay, after that I'm going to wipe it dry with a dry cloth. So now I'm going to apply masking tape to avoid contact with the paint. I'm going to wash it and I'm going to see how's the condition now. So yeah, actually the light is really ready for the protective coating. Now I can see a slight deformation here, but this is from the inside. Actually, this is not from the outer layer. Anyway, this will be much less, almost unrecognizable once I apply the protective layer. So now I'm going to go and do exactly the same thing on the other headlight. There are still residues of the old protective layer. I think the camera can show it. Yeah, I think the camera can show it. I still need to remove these. Yeah, it's still there. So the only solution I'm left with now is to apply wet sanding to remove the remains of this protective layer. Alright, so for sanding the headlights or tail lights, keep in mind that you will be sanding plastic materials. So the way I'm going to do it is I brought 3 different grades of sanding paper, 1200, 1500 and 2000. And I'm going to start in that order. 1200 is more rough than the 1500 and the 2000 is the softer out of these. So I'm going to actually scratch it with the 1200, soften these with the 1500 and soften it further with the 2000s. Look how this looks like. So I'm going to turn this light and make it as shiny and nice as this one. I brought a specific compound to polish the light lenses, and it says here lens clarifying compound. Now, as per the description, that this should be enough to, this on its own along with the sponge provided with it should be enough to polish the light, and no need for sanding or whatsoever. But I chose the sanding option because I had to remove the older layer or the previous layer. So let's apply this. Okay, so I'm going to wipe it now with a clean and dry cloth. So this is what became after 2 rounds of polishing. It's not bad, but not quite there yet. You can see that the lens is not so clear. I think if I go and apply the ceramic coating now, it's going to be more than 90% clear. The ceramic coating will fill all the micro scratches, but I still want to go for a 3rd round polish before I apply the ceramic coating. So this is the light after the 3rd round of polish. Not quite happy with it yet. Still not as clear as it should be. Not new. Not the new look I'm looking for. I know most of these scratches will be hidden with the ceramic coating. I would like to do one more thing before I start applying the ceramic coating. I'm going to use the body polish compound because it's designed to wipe out scratches. And I'm going to use a faster rotary tool. So I think that the 4th polish round have nailed it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this material. Now, this is actually a ceramic coating. And this will provide protection for the lights for any surface very much for a very long time. This can be used on car paint. It can be used on plastic surface as well. Very much on any surface. And this material is heat resistance up to 660 degrees. That's what the manual says. And it is scratch resistance, UV resistant. I'm not sure about the UV, but it's heat and scratch resistant. So here's the ceramic coat, and the way to apply it is pretty easy and pretty simple. All I have to do is to put a few drops on this sponge and then wipe it on the light or apply it on the light. Now, that is a new looking light. Look at that, guys. This looks like brand new light. I am so happy. The ceramic coat kit comes with these paper towels, so I'm going to gently wipe it. I'm going to let this dry now, and I'll go and I'll apply it on the other light. Awesome, this thing is very smooth, very nice. Now come and see the effect on the light, or how the light looks after that. This thing looks like brand new. Look how nice and shiny that is. You won't believe the feel of the light. And I'm just moving my hand like this on it. You won't believe how smooth this thing feels. It really feels like brand new. So this was a fantastic decision in my opinion. I'm very, very happy with the result, and I think that this was a wise decision to use the ceramic coating. And I'm done today with the headlights. I will be doing the tail lights at another day, not today. It's late and I got really tired, and I'm working in 40 degrees Celsius here in Dubai.